you sitting somewhere dark. There's darkness. Darkness, darkness. Darkness not essential, but encouraged. I've come here today to tell you another one of my true spooky ghost stories, and the last two were quite nice ghost stories. This one is actually pretty scary. This is one of the ones that took place during my sojourn in Scotland. I'll mention that I worked for an underground ghost tour company where we took tourists into what was supposed to be the most haunted place in Edinburgh, one of the most haunted places in Scotland, which was the 18th century underground vaults under the South Bridge. Very dark, candlelit, drippy, a lot of dodgy stuff went on down there. It's weird stuff happened there every day that we could not explain, okay? Paranormal experience kind of became the norm. Here's quite a good story. The managers sometimes like to host small, like, wine and cheese evening type things for the tourist board or whatever. Just every now and then. There was one of these vaults, one of these rooms, that was the one that was used for that. Most of the time it was locked, nobody ever went in there. It was the only one with a light switch in it. All the rest just had like a single candle or no light at all, but this one had a light switch in it with a dimmer switch. Anyway, so after one of these wine and cheese evenings, the room was littered with wine glasses, crisp packets, that sort of thing. And two of the guides and I had gone in there to have a bit of a tidy up. But before we got started with that, we thought, let's have a bit of a seance. Why not? Let's have a bit of a seance. So I'll just call them Guide 1 and Guide 2. We did a table tipping style seance, which is the one where everybody puts two fingers on the table like that. We'll usually ask if there's a spirit present to manipulate the table or to do something. While we were sitting there talking, we started to feel things touching us. I remember it was the first time I'd actually felt something unseen touch me. Something grabbed my thigh. It was a strange feeling having my thigh grabbed by nothing. The spooky part of the story, here it comes. So we decided to do this seance, and there we are. Guide number 2 turns down the dimmer switch on the light to about halfway and sits down, like I said, littered with wine glasses. And as guide number 1 sits down, there's like a plastic wine glass beside her foot, so she kicked it across to the other side of the room. So guide number 2 says, if there's anybody here, if there's anybody with us now in the room, do something to the lights. Either turn it up and make them brighter, or turn them off. And we waited, and we waited. And then the lights started flickering, and then suddenly it went black. The lights went off. Two of us leapt up and screamed for the door, and were like scrabbling for the door in the pitch darkness. Guide number 2 was just laughing at us. We did get the light back on, and the wine glass that had been kicked across to the other side of the room had returned to its original location. Which was a bit weird. Also, and let me just make it perfectly clear that there was absolutely nobody else with us in the entirety of the vaults. There was definitely nobody in there the entire time apart from us. The vault, the room next door to the one we're in, always just was lit by one single candle, one of those like big thick candles on like a tall stand, and that was in there as always, as usual. And as we walked past that room to leave, that candle had been moved. It had been taken off its stand and was on the floor in the middle of the room. It's just a bit weird. It's a true story. You don't have to believe me if you don't want to, but I guess the thing is, I wasn't the only person there. There were 2 other people who can vouch for me for that happening. Quite a lot of the tourists who came along said that like ghosts would touch them. There was the one who grabbed my thigh. There was a lot of people reckon there was a kind of perverted ghost, because there was a lot of like thigh groping and bottom groping and stuff that went on by unseen hands, which was a bit strange. Yeah, it's quite unnerving to have had experiences, and that's not the only experience I've had of this sort, where objects in the room are moved, and very suddenly as well. That wine glass moving back to its original location, that candle being moved. Yeah, so I don't know. So that's that story. I hope you enjoyed it. do keep looking out for more of these cool spooky stories that will be coming soon, and I've already got a couple up if you haven't seen those yet. And as I've been saying so far in the other two, please, if you've got your own paranormal experiences, ghost stories, things you've heard, please tell me about it. I've been really enjoying reading them. Reading all your spooky stories, things that have happened to you, things that have happened to others. I've been having a lot of fun reading those. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. I put out at least 2 videos every week. Take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, look out for spooky, creepy nasties of the darkness. See you next time.